Hi guys, it's Shay. Today what I wanted to do was let you guys know about my Hodgkin rash routine of how I've managed the rash and how I've actually got my skin to start healing before I even start chemo or treatment. I know a lot of people with Hodgkin's lymphoma, they say that the rash and the itching doesn't start until you start treatment. But for me, the problem with that is that some people are waiting 3 to 4 weeks before they ever see treatment, and they're suffering because I was suffering with the rash. For me, at night, I never got any sleep for weeks and weeks, and I started having foggy memory. I just wasn't feeling like myself, and a lot of it had to do with me not sleeping at night due to the rash. It was even getting so bad to the point where I have scars and scabs from me making myself bleed because I can't stop itching. You physically just can't stop itching. So what I've done is it's taken me a little while, but I've gotten this routine, and I'm not saying that it's completely going to get rid of itching, but it will get rid of about 90 to 95%, I would say. You're still going to itch every now and then, but you should be able to start sleeping at night and getting rest, and your skin should start to heal. So jumping in, the first thing you may want to do is contact your primary doctor and get on some kind of medication. So I'm actually on hydroxine, 25 milligrams every 6 hours. If you want to try hydroxine, you can. If it doesn't work for you, there's other medications that can work. There's actually hundreds out there. So just kind of see what works for you. At first, when I got on the medication, I had to use it every 6 hours to make the itching stop. But now that it's been in my system for about a week and a half, I don't have to use it every 6 hours. I usually take one right before bed just to make sure I'm not itching at night. And then if I'm kind of starting to get itchy during the day, I may take another pill. But for the most part, I don't have to use it every 6 hours. Besides the medication, I've kind of come up with this routine that you can use, and it has worked amazing for me. So jumping into my routine, the first thing that you're going to want to do is get rid of dead, dry skin. Dead, dry skin is going to make itching a lot worse. So in order to get rid of dead, dry skin, what you may want to do is, if you don't have a stone already, go out and buy a stone. I actually prefer this little one. It was a little bit rougher than these, and to me it really got the dry skin really well, but I broke it. I still use it though. But this little one worked really well. It was a lot rougher. So every 2 to 3 days, what I would do is I would soak in water for about 5 to 15 minutes. And the reason why you want to soak in water is when you're removing dry, dead skin, if it's wet, it's a lot easier to remove, and it also lets you know not to remove too much. So if you're in water and you're removing your dead skin and you put that area back in water and it starts to burn a little bit, then you're removing too much. And that's kind of how I figured it out. So doing it in water every 2 to 3 days, remove all the dry skin and the dead skin. So since my rash and a lot of the itching is mainly on pretty much all my legs, what I would do is take the stone and scrape my entire legs. Even if the area hadn't been itchy in a while, I still want to remove that dead, dry skin just so it doesn't start itching again. So I would do that every 2 to 3 days. Once you're done, what you want to do is soak in a milk bath. I tried bath bombs for a little while. I'm not really convinced that they help, honestly, at least not me, and I had some really good bath bombs, but I don't really think they worked for me. But this milk bath did work. So it's by a company called Pigeon Forge Soap Company. You can go to their website and order online. I will link it down below for you guys. But what this milk bath is the proteins and fats found in milk will help hydrate and retain moisture in your skin. This helps me a lot. So every 2 to 3 days I would do that, but every night I would use tea tree hair and body moisturizer. This is the best lotion out there. The Pigeon Forge Soap Company does have a lotion, and it did work pretty good for me. So you may want to try their lotion paired up with this, but this is the GOAT. tea tree is amazing. I've never used it until now, and I love it. Their stuff just smells like really good and natural to me, and it's really helped moisturize and keep the dead, dry skin away. Every now and then I'll have to pair it up with a lotion that's a little bit thicker just to coat the skin better, but this is amazing. Another issue you may be having if your rash is starting to get pretty bad is mine actually started to come up in my scalp, and Tea Tree has a shampoo and they have a conditioner. I just used the shampoo and it worked really good for me, keeping the scabs and the rash and everything from going further, and moisturizing it pretty well. So with the shampoo, it's pretty strong peppermint. At first, I was not ready for how strong the peppermint was, and it did burn a little, and I was so worried that it was going to be some kind of chemical burn and that the company wasn't going to work that great, but it did work amazingly. It was like a clean burning kind of feeling, like it wasn't too bad, but now that I've used it over and over again, it does not burn at all. But at first, the peppermint may be a little bit too much for you, especially if you're dealing with Hodgkin rash, which makes your skin pretty sensitive, but it will get better. So I would just try it more than once. You may even want to try conditioner if your rash is getting pretty bad on your scalp. But this routine works for me, and it's taken me so long, and there is no need for anybody who's waiting to undergo their chemo or whatever to suffer 3 to 4 weeks before you even get your treatment. You know, everyone says that you have to wait until treatment, and I just don't believe that you should have to suffer. So this is a great way to manage the rash. It should help you tremendously. Every now and then I do get a little itchy, but I'm not making myself bleed. I'm not causing scarring anymore. I'm actually sleeping at night. I mean, it has truly worked for me, but I have to use every single method, every single product in order for it to work. So if you're in a place where I was a few weeks ago and you're not getting sleep at night, you're causing yourself scarring, and you're getting all these scabs and stuff, try my routine. The worst thing's going to happen is it's just not going to work, but you're probably already at that place where nothing works. If it worked for me, I just feel like it's probably going to work for most people. If anybody needs anything or has any questions about this, please feel free to reach out to me through messaging. I actually have an Instagram called Shay Stubbs. That might be the best way, or even on Facebook, Shay Cerise Stubbs. That's a great way to reach out to me directly if you have any questions. I will try to help you as best I can. I'm researching all the time and trying to find out more and more and more about this. So I will help any way I can. Hope you guys have a great day.